What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're gonna go pick up a brand new build for you guys. I think it's gonna be exciting. It's a vehicle that I'm very familiar with. I've reviewed quite a bit of this before I ever started making YouTube videos. Fingers crossed, it should be a nice quick build. So without much more talking, let's get on the road. We have about 8 hours drive one way to go pick up this vehicle, bring it back and start tearing it open.
A few moments later.
All right guys, it has been several months since I purchased this vehicle, and today I'm gonna start working on it. As you can see, the primary damage on this vehicle is over on the passenger side here. There is some frame damage up front over here. The front frame is slightly pushed in. The front reinforcement bar is obviously pushed in. Over here, the apron, I don't think the strut tower is affected in any way, but the apron piece is obviously pushed in a little bit. Fender, some damage to the hood, all that stuff. If we go over to the right side, there is absolutely no damage over here, so that's really good. So this vehicle was stolen and then it was later crashed, and if I go in here, you see that there's a whole bunch of items missing. The front screen, infotainment screen, some covers. I'm not exactly sure what they were trying to do over here, but they pretty much stripped a lot of parts off here. A lot of parts are missing, and that's why I went ahead and purchased a parts vehicle, and I'm going to show it to you guys right now. All right guys, right now it's pretty late and it's also raining, but I have the parts Ford Taurus over here, as you can see, and it is banged up in the driver's side. As you can see, I believe this was sideswiped because we have some damage on the door over here and then back over there. Both tires were done, and right in the front was just destroyed. Well, not very bad compared to what we're working on, but I have a lot of good parts on the right side, which is what I'm actually after. Yeah, you can see some of that damage in the back and over here, and that tire is also flat. I'm going to need to put some air in that so I can move this vehicle around. But over here on the passenger side, as you can see, everything is good. Headlight, fender, even the front grille, upper and lower, and the fog lamps are all okay. The frame piece that we actually need over here is also okay, so that's really good. Now that we've seen the parts vehicle, it's time to get working on the vehicle we actually intend to rebuild and get it back on the road. I'm gonna start by pulling some stuff apart over here, same as the other side, because for some reason they actually cut the engine wiring harness. As you can see, it's cut right over there, and this vehicle is pretty much in limp mode. So it's cut over there, and that connects over there. The vehicle runs, it drives surprisingly, but it has no power. So I'm going to attempt to fix that. The fender off. Now guys, I'm now over by the parts vehicle. I'm trying to open it up to see what's going on, and it looks like we have a nest of some kind in the airbox. I'm going to get this area open up. I want to see exactly how that wiring goes, so I will determine if I want to splice it in or just attempt to replace the complete harness here. More issues, unfortunately. So it doesn't look like they just cut the wiring harness. It looks like there's a bunch of connectors that is also missing, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about right now. So in the Taurus that we actually intend to rebuild over here, you can see I've opened up the connector over here, and that's where it was cut. But there is nothing going to the headlight or to this hood release switch over here, or to the fog lamps and all the components on this area. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the parts vehicle. Alrighty, so over here on the parts vehicle, if we go in here, you can see that same wiring harness uncut. You can see two connectors, one going to the hood release switch and one going to the headlamp over there. We have another ground over there, and we have a couple more wiring harness that goes down to the lower section of the bumper. So after looking at this, it's not going to be a simple splice. So I'm going to need to figure out exactly what I want to do over here. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the harness as far back, as close to the fuse box as possible, and same over here, and hopefully be able to make this connection with the one we're trying to actually save. Alrighty guys, as you can see, I've completely dismantled this interior to get this screen that came missing on the vehicle I purchased, or the vehicle I intend to rebuild. I gotta come up with a better name for calling this. For the first Taurus, we're gonna call it Taurus number 1, and this part one's gonna be Taurus number 2. So this is gonna go in Taurus number 1 because it came missing, and I just removed it from here. I might need some other plastic trims to completely put Taurus number 1 together. But now I'm going to go over there and start putting this in there. Now I'm going to install the infotainment screen I just put off the Salvage stars, just to make sure it works before I completely tie everything together. Alrighty guys, it's been a minute since I made any progress on the Ford Taurus. I'm about to hop on it, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm trying to do. After I removed the screen from this vehicle and I put it in the new Taurus, there was some issues. I believe that has to be programmed or something, but that's not important right now. The goal today is to strip this vehicle. The front bumper has to come out, grille, everything up here, headlight has to come off, the fender has to come off, because I'm after that structural piece over here that was damaged on the black one. So I need to get everything out of here, start drilling all those reinforcement pieces and get it off so we can have it installed on the new one. Now these pieces are not expensive to purchase brand new. The problem is they're on back order. No ETA when I'm going to get it, and I'm not looking to wait indefinitely for a part I don't know when I'm going to get it. So since I have parts vehicle, I'm going to get it all off here. So first I'm going to lift and secure the vehicle on jack stands, and then I can start ripping all of this off. Now as you can see, there's leaves everywhere because it's already fall. It's November and there's no snow. Super excited about that, so I can do this outside, even though it's a bit cold, but that's not the worst. Alrighty guys, as you can see, I am making really good progress. The bumper is off, headlights is off, windshield washer reservoir, everything is all over there. My next goal right now is to unsecure this ride support. I don't want to remove it just yet because I'm hoping I can get to those pieces without removing the ride support. Might be a little bit tricky, but we'll see. I want to remove the fender right now, remove the coolant reservoir because I need to drill from all the way over here and get that piece out. I might have to even remove the transmission mount or the engine mount. I'm not sure just yet. I hope I don't have to, but we'll see when we get there. But not so bad so far. So now I'm going to remove the wheel liner, and fender. now, guys, as you can see, I have the fender off. A little bit tricky if you've never worked on a Taurus before. But over here, as you can see, it is like styrofoam. I don't know what exactly this is, but it's glued to the apron piece over there. I've worked on Explorers, Edges, Tauruses, Lincoln, so many vehicles, and only the Taurus seems to have this. Bit of a pain to get to, but we have it up, as you can see. Now it's time to get drilling. So we gotta drill all of these pieces out from here, like so, all the way. Get this piece out, and then on the inside drill this to get the section off. So it's going to be quite a bit of work, considering there's not a lot of room in here to get that done. But you see how much dirt that is caked up. This engine has never been washed. This engine bay has never been washed, which really sucks. But we're going to clean that out before we get drilling, and hopefully it's not as difficult as it looks. And now, guys, as you can see, I am now ready to start drilling. Clean this up a little bit, and I've gone ahead and marked at least most of the drill spots. As you can see, 1, 2 over there. So for sure I'm gonna have to remove the engine mount, because there's 2 spot welds over there that I can't get to because of this big piece. Really sucks, but it is what it is. I have a couple more to drill over here, a couple more on this back panel. And then we're gonna go under here, same thing, like I pointed out, and this side all the way down. So it's gonna be a lot of drilling. I hope I have enough drill bits to get this done, because this is ultra high strength steel. It is a pain to drill through, but let's see what happens. Alright, guys, as you can see, I'm making really good progress. This piece very ready to come out. I've drilled out almost everything. The issue I'm having right now is this bottom 2. Just because of the location of the subframe, there's no way for me to get a drill down this way or up this way. So I'm just trying to go at it with a chisel and avoid damaging this piece, because I obviously need it. Obviously everything is good on this side. This one's already separated over here. I need to work my way to this 2 and this, and I believe this piece should come out, and then we still have this other piece to remove. And guys, there we have it. That was a difficult piece to get off. Finally did it. So now, as you can see, I have all the 3 pieces, the fender, that supports, and these supports. So all 3 pieces that was obviously damaged on this area of the vehicle. If you guys remember, I'm going to put a video up here. This upper piece and this inner piece was also damaged, but I was able to get this off a different vehicle that I've already taken apart in the past. I would not be touching this one. Gonna save it for something else. The drilling took a whole lot longer than I actually expected, but it is what it is. Now my next goal is to try to see if I can pull this front wiring harness that goes all the way to the fuse box. As you can see, I already have everything separated on this corner over here. I just need to follow it all the way back here. I know it's this cable that goes into the fuse box, just because obviously the one we intend to rebuild is obviously cut over here. So my goal is to try to see if I can pull the whole assembly instead of splicing into the one on the black Taurus. But I'm tired, so I'm gonna save that for another day, and I'll catch you right away. So as you can see, I've just dropped down the front crash bar, and I also need this back in place. And of course, if all the 8 bolts are removed, the one on the piece I actually need had to break off. So this is going to be a pain to get it off. I'm super pissed about this because it could have broken on any of these other ones I didn't need, but the one that I actually need, that's where it decided to snap clean off. I hope I can get that out. I'm going to let it sit in some penetrating fluid, and then, you know, hope to God it doesn't give me too much issues. But now, as you can see, there's a spot weld over here, another one over here, and there's a couple more back here, and then I can take that plate off. Alrighty guys, as you can see, a lot of the harness is now out of the vehicle. I've completely disconnected everything. Right now the issue is that this wire goes into the fuse box. So I have to pull out the fuse box, see exactly what I need to disconnect to get this completely separated. But we're making really good progress. Like I said, I think this is going to be the better route compared to actually having to splice in all those wires, since I have a full wiring harness over here.
A few moments later.
So guys, I think I just played myself. So as you can see, this is the harness like I mentioned. You can see where it traces, that's it over there. And if you go over here, that's the same harness. Like I said, it goes into the fuse box. Now if I lift up the fuse box, it goes a lot further than the fuse box. As you can see, the same wiring harness also goes into the fuse box, but it also goes into through the firewall over there. So that's the same wiring harness coming out on this side over there, and it goes in. So in essence, I would not be able to remove the complete wiring harness. So it really sucks because I just did all this work trying to hopefully replace the complete harness. Unfortunately, that would not be the case. So it looks like it's going to come back to splicing and dicing. It is what it is. Now that I know for sure, I'm just going to have to figure out exactly where I want to make the cuts so I can make the connection to the harness on the black Ford Taurus. But that's all for now. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much